Logan, now that you know the opponent, what are your thoughts? You guys obviously saw a lot of the Dodgers all season, so could you kind of address that specifically?
Yeah, I mean, I think the series all the series went this year with those guys. You kind of just knew it was going to happen. You knew it was going to, be us too. I think. It's been the two best teams in baseball all year, and I'm super excited. I know all of us are super excited.
Was there any part of you that was sort of a little bit hoping that it would go that way, just because you guys were so in lockstep so closely down the stretch?
No, I don't think it was a big deal either way. But super excited.
Next question. Right here in the middle.
Last night, it's weird. Last night, watching the game with the team, what was that like?
That was fun. Yeah, we all got together. We were playing a little poker together and watching the game. So it was a blast. It was obviously a great game too. So that makes it even better.
Next question here, Janie.
Hi, Logan. Janie McCauley from AP. Gabe was saying that Sunday was like a playoff stage for you. I mean, how much does that prepare you for a setting like this? I mean, and is this rivalry going to go up a notch or two or three meeting on this stage?
Yeah, I think it does. It's honestly, it's crazy to me that this is the first time that we've played each other in the playoffs. So to be even a part of that is pretty cool for me. Yeah, I definitely think I was happy to be able to throw that game just to get the feel of it and kind of see how the nerves kind of took over us, something like that. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm definitely happy I got to have that opportunity.
You go to Lauren in the back.
Yeah, you talk about the nerves from Sunday. It was very similar to a postseason experience. This will be your first postseason start. How do you prepare yourself for this?
It's talking to other guys, you almost have to treat it like it's just another start, even though it's not. It's kind of a cliche thing to say about it, but it's true, and that's what I try to do for that last game. And it wasn't the same. I think when I came off the mound in the first inning and the crowd was screaming and yelling, and everyone was on their feet, like I could just kind of feel my heartbeat gone and kind of my hands shaking a little bit, and that's pretty cool. It's something that I've kind of dreamed about feeling for a long time. So definitely think we'll be even more amped up for sure this next one. So excited for that.
Okay, back row.
What's up, Logan? Sean Cunningham, ABC 10 and SAC. Got a chance to hang out with Coach Murray and Moeller yesterday. Two guys from Rockland. Just what do those two gentlemen mean to you, and how much is it nice to still have them as a resource even today?
Oh yeah, those guys were great. Having those guys in high school and teaching me ways to play the game the right way were great to have, and I'm lucky to have those guys for sure.
We're going to go to Tim here.
What do you take from your previous matchups with the Dodgers this season? We know about their star-studded lineup. Any different emphasis? Not any secrets here, but any different approach you have to take against a roster like that?
Are you saying for this next one have a different approach?
What do you take from those games into this one?
I don't. I feel like I faced them enough to know how I want to throw to them. So I don't know if there's any different way I would look at it, but I've definitely gone and watched past at bats against who I think will be in the lineup, and kind of the way that what worked, what didn't work, and stuff like that. So I don't know if there's necessarily a different approach going into this game.
Back to Susan.
Logan, whether it was because of injury or different moves, you guys have had so many different players that you've used throughout the course of the year. You've had so many different first basemen behind you, second basemen, different outfielders for whatever reason. What have you thought of the way that you guys have sort of employed your whole roster and used so many guys to such good advantage all year?
It's it's pretty incredible. I don't know who said it the other day, but I feel like it didn't matter who we was put into the lineup in any day or a certain at bat, like a guy would come up and have an at bat late in the game. We always felt like we were kind of at an advantage, I would say, just because like those guys were all prepared. They were all prepared the best way, and it's been so fun to watch, like so many different guys do so many different great things, and I think it just goes to show like the type of guys we have in our clubhouse.
Down here on the left.
Logan, you talked about it wasn't a normal game. You felt the juice. Are there some other moments in your career you can recall on coming up where you had to kind of tell yourself it was just a game even though it wasn't? And how do you personally deal with that extra juice and jitters and all that?
Honestly, the only other one I felt that was probably my debut. Other than that, I really haven't felt that. It's kind of similar to, this is weird to say, and it's nowhere near the same, but like football in high school on Friday nights, like those feelings is very similar to that. And those are the best feelings in the world.
In the back, Dylan.
Logan, what's your relationship with Gabe Kaplan like, and how has he helped you maybe do some of the things that you've done this year?
He's been awesome. He does such a good job at like making you feel comfortable, and there was times this year where I got sent to the bullpen, and he was the first one to say like, hey, this isn't the last time you're going to start for us, and like just having him there and saying that has been huge, and he does that for every single guy, and that's pretty special. You don't see that very often.
Far left, Andy.
Hi, Logan. You started twice against the Dodgers, pretty close to back-to-back in late July, and it's been a great run for you since then. I just wonder, what ways do you think you're a better pitcher than maybe what they saw just even a couple months ago?
I don't know if necessarily like a better one. I thought I don't know how to really answer that one. I just there's so much video and analytics and stuff. They know what I throw, and I know what they're good at hitting. So it's like there's that sort of thing kind of gets thrown out the window, I would say.
Who stands out to you as really being the most, having the biggest impact on just the shape of your pitches, especially your two-seam and your slider, and getting them to where they are now?
Brian Bannister is up there for sure, and then Andrew Bailey. Those two guys really put in the work this offseason to get those pitches right, and then throughout the season, obviously, like if we ever felt it was a little bit off, we'd go back and see, what made it good, and kind of go into bullpens knowing what we wanted to do. And those guys were the first two guys that were there telling me, like, hey, this pitch was off a little bit, like go down just a little bit more. Like weird. It's definitely some weird stuff, but it's pretty cool how those guys teach.
Okay, second row on the left.
Hey, Logan. Kylan with Cron 4 News here in SF. What do you anticipate the atmosphere is going to be like at Oracle Park this weekend? Obviously, this rivalry means so much to people here, and how does that energize you guys as a team?
I don't know what it's going to be like. I've never been a part of a playoff game. I've been a part of the series that we've had here and in LA, and even those are pretty crazy and wild, and I'm sure that it's going to be even more than usual. So I'm just super excited to see it. It's going to be fantastic. I think it's going to be a great series, and I think fans from both teams are going to be going crazy.
Behind you, last one.
Hey, Logan, in terms of transitioning from kind of being a north-south guy to an east-west guy, was that something that was a seamless transition for you, or was it something that required a little bit of experimenting and tinkering, figuring out what worked for you specifically?
It took a while for me to kind of hone it in, and It started last year, and we tried different shapes. I know some of you guys have heard about the sweeper or stuff like that, and it took a lot of, I would say, kind of sucking a little bit to really to really hone those in. And I've had the best support here and with the coaches, and just the amount of knowledge they have and resources that we have. It was pretty easy just to get better just from that, just having that here with me.